And incidentally, I want to congratulate you, by the way, seriously, on your courage. Last year, when he came out and told us about his sexuality. No, because I think a lot of people respected you for that.
Thank you. I'll pass
did.
that on to the gentleman who's here from Monday to Thursday.
What?
Don't worry, you're making crystal clear.
Sorry. Bye.
Not at all. Thank you for your kind comments.
No, your bravery was amazing.
Can I just ask you, Barry, you know when you do
And
this
by the way, we're all in show business.
We are.
I mean, you know.
We are.
Right?
This was funny, guys, don't you think? I thought this was very, very funny. Barry Humphries on This Morning doing a really, really clever gag to Dermot O'Leary there, and I thought, brilliant. Just brilliant, excellently timed, really, 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 really good. And in fact, the whole interview is really quite funny because there are moments during this interview where I'm thinking to myself that perhaps Dermot and Alison don't really know where Barry's going or what Barry's humour's like, and they're not quite sure how to handle him. So anyway, listen, that's a very funny bit. There are also some other funny bits. I'm going to show you a bit more of the interview, and I hope you enjoy it. I should just say that I can't find the actual full interview online, so I've taped it myself, but I've done it in a really shoddy way. I'm sorry about that. The quality's not great, but it is bearable. Just for a few more minutes of laughs, it's worth you watching it. So here you go. Bye.
Our next guest can only be described as comedy royalty.
Yeah, when he's not mingling with A-listers as Dame Edna, he's ruffling feathers with Sir Les Patterson.
Now Barry Humphries is putting his alter ego to one side as he prepares to tour the UK show The Man Behind the Mask, and is with us now.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Barry. How are you?
Up in time.
Well, it's not as intimate as it used to be, is it?
How are you?
Well, I'm very well.
Did you notice you've got tissue still around your neck?
They put me in makeup, but I didn't need any makeup, luckily.
No.
I'm going to reimagine myself. It's a new word, isn't it, Dermot?
Yeah, it is.
It's so good to see you.
It's lovely to see you.
Aww.
And to be on stage again next year, I can't believe it. I'm so happy.
Going back to the West End, how exciting is that?
It'll end up in the West End, as a lot of things do.
Yeah.
Or they used to. But I'm going all over England with my message of love and hope and redemption. Above all, laughter, which is what we need.
That's what we want. So it's called The Man Behind the Mask, Barry. Who is the man behind the mask?
I am, you see. Now, I have invented some people who insist on being real, like Edna and Les and people like that. But I want to let the audience in on a lot of secrets. And we will, of course, have Edna and Les on the show because we'll be zooming quite a lot.
Are you zooming to Edna and to Les?
Oh, we're going to zoom.
That's going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
But I'm going to all sorts of places, and I have a special message for people. Every show will have 2 tickets costing £1 each.
So how do you get those £1 tickets?
You have to buy a lot of tickets. And if you bought a certain amount, then we give you 2 tickets for £1. But unfortunately, they're not in the theatre.
No.
The seats are not in the theatre, but they're very
Outside somewhere.
So we can see that this is going to be a lot of laughter, isn't it, for your
Look, I think this is my recovery from a period of horror, and yours, folks.
Yeah.
Possums.
Dare call them possums. Barry, have you ever done anything like this before? Have you ever done a tour?
I did this in Australia. Now, normally I do a show in Australia, and I try it out in England, because this is the perfect country for a provincial tryout. gala opening in Sydney. But I'm doing it the other way around. I tried this show out in Australia, and now it is ready for my pommy possum.
Yeah. And what's the origins of it? Did you did you keep diaries down the years, or
Well, I've got a very good memory, Dermot.
Yeah.
A very good memory. And incidentally, I want to congratulate you, by the way, seriously, on your courage. Last year, no, when he came out and told us about his sexuality. And, no, because I think a lot of people respected you for that.
Thank you. I'll pass
they did.
that on to the gentleman who's here from Monday to Thursday.
It was?
Don't worry, you're making crystal clear.
Sorry. Bye.
Not at all. Thank you for your kind comments.
No, your bravery was amazing.
Can I just ask you, Barry, you know when you do
And
this
by the
show...
way, we're all in show business.
we are.
I mean, you know.
We are.
Right?
When you do this show, do you get nervous because it's the real you, Barry?
Yes, I suffer from stage fright.
Do you?
Yes, I do. Sometimes I'm standing there, about to go on stage, and I really do worry about it. I just have to step into the spotlight, and I hear the first little titter. Perhaps it's the last little titter. And then I relax, and I can be what I want to be. You know, a really caring person. That's a hard thing to pretend to be. Because I don't.
Are we going to
care.
see, like, Sir Les, and we're going to see Dame Edna?
Oh,
we're
of
going to see them on
course.
Zoom. But do you feel like, you know, when you're doing, like, Sir Les, do you feel like people are a little bit more sensitive nowadays?
Yes, people are very sensitive about what Les might say. Unfortunately, he is not very sensitive about what they think.
Yeah.
He treads on a few corns, I'm afraid.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is. Look at him.
Healthy and...
I dissociate myself from that man because I like to present refinement.
Yeah.
And I do, don't I, honestly, Alison?
Like, on another level.
I mean, really, on another level. It's funny to come to this building because it used to be consecrated to another network.
Yeah, it's complicated. Yeah.
And it's not the same. I arrived at reception in the old days when it belonged to that network beginning with B.
Mm-hmm.
You'd come into the reception, there was a uniformed concierge,
Yeah.
and you'd have to step over the recumbent forms of drunken TV producers. Not now.
No.
It's very different now.
It's very riff-raff, Frank.
Oh, my goodness.